Hey guys, Dr. Michael Derry here today. So today I'm talking about core strengthening in older adults who have lower back pain. And so I work with older adults who have back pain all the time and they want to improve their core strength, but we want to do it in a way that's safe and effective for back discomfort, even when that back discomfort is caused by degeneration, arthritis, surgeries, et cetera, et cetera. And so we work through that together. We definitely can improve that core strength, but it needs a little TLC. And I want to go over 5 fundamental strengthening exercises today for the core that can be effective and safe for older adults who have back pain. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. And so some of these may be familiar, some of them may not be, but I'm going to go over through the details and the nuances as I go do them with you. So go ahead and lay on the ground. And if that's challenging, lay in your bed, because I think the best spot we could do this starting off is lying down because it's comfortable and it allows us to learn the movement. We're going to start off easier and work our way to a little bit more challenging, but definitely doable for older adults. I have my 80s and 90-year-olds doing this all the time. Remember, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. And so who better to have you do it with than me? I'm going to run through those with you right now. I'm going to put the reps and sets in the description so you guys can refer to that in the future, but also talk about it throughout the video. Lie down, get in a comfortable position, use a pillow underneath your neck if you need to. We're going to learn how to strengthen our core, learn what it should feel like, and definitely do it safely and effectively for lower back pain as we go. Here we go. All right, guys, so go ahead and lay down, get comfortable. Here we go. So I'm going to lay on my back. Ugh. All right, I'm going to be in what's called a hook lying position. So here we go with some core strengthening. Our first one is called Transverse Abdominis. So this is definitely more of a mental exercise than physical at first. And we're going to think about really hitting a deep musculature. These muscles come around and wrap around the spine, often referred as the corset of the spine. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do 2 movements. We're going to first tilt our back to the ground. And we're going to flatten out that lower back, reduce that natural curvature to kind of just flatten our spine to either to the bed or to the floor, and then draw in our belly button. And what we want to do is that we want to take our time and see if we can feel some deep muscles activate. So take your fingers, push down about 1 inch or so just above your pelvis. And you're going to feel, if you do it right, things go from soft to hard. And that some people often complain that they have a little too much tissue there to feel anything. But I want you to think about drawing in that belly button and feeling the outer core activate. This is called a transverse abdominis contraction. And there was some research a little while ago that said that people who have lower back pain have a delayed activation of their core. You know, we more think of it now of just like improving core strength to improve your overall resiliency. And when I treat spine pain and work with people who have pain, it's not really normally a spine issue, it's a body issue, right? So we're trying to improve the body here, through this core strengthening. So we're gonna flatten our back, draw in our belly button, and try to learn how to talk and speak while we're maintaining that contraction. So right now, the sides of my belly are hard, as they should be. That means I'm doing it correctly. I'm engaging that transverse abdominis. Now also remember, I've done this for many years now and been able to activate this and develop that motor control. So don't be upset with yourself if you can't get it. But just take a few seconds here. Draw in that belly button after you flatten your back to the ground and see if you can get some side activation here. Deep side muscles. A little tip would be to round your back or flatten your back. Draw in that belly button and then breathe out all of your air. And while it may be uncomfortable, once you do those 3 steps, you'll be able to get a deeper activation of your core. So having the knees bent makes it easier here. And also, oftentimes I find that people have less discomfort if their knees are bent. Okay, so now that we've got that transverse abdominis contraction, my goal for people is usually to try to get a 5-second hold and be able to do that 10 to a dozen times. Once we're able to do that, we're going to get that contraction and then straighten one leg and lift that leg up and down while maintaining that contraction. And what that does is 2 things. It helps you not to round out your back or arch your back, because oftentimes people who have back discomfort in their later years have difficulties extending. And so if they lose that TA contraction, you see that my back arches, which can cause discomfort. We don't necessarily want that. And so we're going to maintain that contraction and lift our leg as we go. I often shoot for 10 to 20 times lifting that leg, and then I'll have people switch. Get that good contraction, maintain it, and lift that leg. I am doing it as we're talking, And even though I don't feel sound super labored, it is challenging. I'm starting to shake here a little bit. And so this is working into some beginner core strengthening. So we had the transverse abdominis first, and then we have the transverse abdominis with the leg, straight leg raise here. Now, no discomfort, right? So when I work through this with people, I want to feel the muscle burn. I don't want to actively cause back discomfort. So we're going to straighten and lift and work through these ranges. Here we go. Good. So that was the transverse with straight leg raise. You're going to do about 15 or 20 each side, two sets, and then move on. Take as much time as you need, or breaks even if you need it. A lot of times I see people can do 5 or 6 reps and then they start to lose that TA contraction and they start to arch. So we need to relax, reset, and get after it. We typically do more with core strengthening and working these muscles because the core is designed to work all day long. And so we want to train it with endurance focus. Now we're going to move into just the leg extension for core strengthening. So this works a different part of your core, which is more in the front, which is more of the rectus abdominis or the 6-pack abs. We're still going to be in the hook line position, but what we're going to do is try to kick a leg out all the way out and bring it back. Kick a leg out all the way out and bring it back. And all I'm doing is I'm thinking mentally to engage my tummy muscles and prevent my back from arching here. So I want to maintain that flat contact with the ground and then kick my leg out. I'll do about 10 reps there and then 10 reps on the other side. For some reason, my left side is more difficult for me. Oh, this is a good point too. So I don't know if you heard it, but my left hip clicked. And that hip clicking that comes from kicking the leg out is often from a hip flexor. It can happen once or repeatedly. Don't worry about it. It's very normal. Now, I've had clients do this that have had back surgery, hip replacements, knee replacements. It ain't no matter. You could still do it, okay? You can still get that core strengthening in. We'll do 2 sets of 10 to 15 on each side and really work at it here, okay? Now, in my book that I wrote with my wife, we talk about the core being more than just your abdominals. It's more of like your whole midsection of your body. And so speaking of that, we're going to work on the bridge now. So the 4th exercise here is the bridge. And so we're going to work about digging our heels in and lifting up. Now this one I try to shoot for 15, 20 reps. My favorite things to tell clients are, it doesn't really matter how high you lift. I don't want you to have back discomfort. Dig those heels in and just mentally think about squeezing those glutes. Your glutes are so important to help keep you upright and provide great strength to your core of your body. So as you can tell from me, I'm not going down all the way. I'm just kind of tapping my butt and coming up, tapping my butt and coming up. You can have a little bit more of a wider stance or a little bit more of a narrow stance. It's really up to you. Just drive those hips up. And over time, you're going to feel your glutes activate. And at the same time, you're getting some really good lower back strengthening at the same time, which is great for those who have lower back pain and or stiffness and or achiness, etc., etc. Most often complaints of older adults with back discomfort. Now, that one you're going to notice a little more heat generated. 15, 20 reps, 2 sets of that as well. And you're going to enjoy that good burn. Now, the capstone exercise here is coming up into the bridge and then kicking out a leg and then coming back. And what you're going to see me try to do at least is not have a bunch of rocking in my pelvis when I kick out that leg. So here's incorrect or the beginner movement, which is when I go to kick, I collapse. Or when I kick and I rock. And as you get stronger, you can think about kicking out and feeling like you're steady as a rock here and feeling your lower back and your butt muscles really start to work, giving you that extra strength and stability in your core. Core strengthening. Great for back pain, great for older adults, very safe, very effective. And for this one, I try to keep that bridge up and kick that leg out, and we're going to try to do 20 in a row. Now, if you start to cramp in the back of your legs, you just relax, straighten the leg, relax, straighten the leg. It's okay if you can't do it all at once. Very safe, very effective core strengthening for older adults. We're going to shoot for 20 reps here. Now guys, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them underneath the description. I'm not covering everything, right? Everybody's different and individualized. You could tell I'm fatiguing here because I'm going down a little lower. I'm gonna take a break, do a little knee hug to help me out. 15, 20 reps, kicking out, lifting those hips, feeling that higher level core strengthening exercise. As I mentioned, this is safe and effective, but it does take work. It can get better, and you can do it basically no matter what that's going on. Caveats are to listen to your body, never push past your body and its limitations, or consult your local physical therapist to kind of learn your body and how it should react with these exercises. But leave your comments and questions underneath the description. And as always, guys, stay healthy, keep moving, and take care of yourself.